whatever. Okay. Hello, hello. It's Fiery Grace the Gifted. I am here with a Divine Masculine Insights reading. Now, this reading is going to be focusing on reunion energies. I have been noticing in a lot of my client or personal readings that I've been doing, and in a lot of the messages I've been receiving, that it's happening exactly how I said it would. And I honestly don't know if it was really just my intuition or logic, because again, one of the things that I noticed even with me and Mr. Lightwork is when his distractions began to fade away, things became more clear for him in both the 3D and the 5D. And so to see that occurring in the 3D for people because of what we're going through on a global scale, again, I feel like it could have been predicted even without cards or intuition. Okay, guys, so we're going to talk about that. Now, if you feel like you're really, really far away from union and it's never going to happen and blah, 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 this might not be a reading for you to watch. It might rub you the wrong way. And it also might be seeds planted in bitter waters or you know what I'm saying. Don't watch this reading if you feel like everything I'm about to say is going to make you say bullshit, 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 blah, blah, so, but if you feel like it's coming, obviously you know you're here for a reason. If you feel like you can't really tell, but you'd like to be up on game for when it does happen, this is a great reading for you to kind of place in the back of your mind so that you're prepared to work with the energies. As always, in this Divine Masculine Insights reading, you are not going to hear me bashing the Divine Masculine. I will keep it real. You guys know me well enough to know that. But if that's something that you are kind of expecting, if you're new here, you might want to take a step back, because I tend to side with the masculines in their growth, because I feel like most readers forget that even the divine feminines went through that experience as well. So just want to throw all those disclaimers out there ahead of time. I like for these seeds to be planted in good ground and to receive the right type of water and fertilizer coming from our spirit. So let's get all that out. I'm going to go ahead and shuffle and bless, give more people time to get here, set up the spread, and then we will get going. Ooh, see? Already. Oh my gosh. Look at this. Ego, ego, ego. Something is shifting in that ego area. 5D. Queen of Cups shows up again. Whoa. Okay. Wow. So are you guys noticing this beautiful, beautiful energy in the shuffle, but the final energy comes out and it's rough, but this is amazing. This right here is 20. So we can already see how 2020 is impacting the divine masculines in the 5D areas. Let's check on the 3D. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Did you just... Okay. King of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles, 6 of Cups, but then we end with the 2 of Pentacles. I'm telling you guys, this is so weird. Okay. I'm kind of excited. This is crazy. Okay, hold on. Last one. Look at this. Look at this. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Okay. So, wow. Okay, Divine Feminine. It's time for you to align. So, again, this is a message for those going into union in the near future, and also for those who want to, knowing that they might be on a later wave, kind of be up on game, have a little bit of the information ahead of time to begin to working with the energies that are coming for them maybe a little bit later. I think that pretty much as long as you're open, don't put things on a timeline for yourself because that kind of just messes things up. You never know; it could happen in an instant. This day and age, you thought you knew 2020, didn't you? Yeah, that's right. It's funny because we have 20, and then here we have 2 2. I guess would break down to 6 energies. So yes, the love is there. What's really interesting though is that we see the divine feminine is providing the divine spark for the King of Pentacles, which we already saw represented here. What's very interesting to me is that you're being asked to remember that the seeds were planted in good ground, the things that you guys shared, and even those of you who have never met your masculine or haven't made contact in the physical, there are things that other people have said and done for them. There are things that are about to sprout. It's incredible. And your job is to provide solutions, not problems. The divine masculine has actually been asking the divine feminine this for quite some time. I'm going to say at least a couple of months now. The DM has been saying, listen, please, like, I need you to find your peace with us because I'm still working on figuring my life out. You already had your chance to do that. Stop adding pressure and anger and misery and frustration and bitterness to our dynamic because it's not helping. Now, that's coming from the 5D. The 3D has no idea, okay? But the 5D knows that the Two of Cups, I mean, we can already see how quickly, in an instant, all the divine masculine has to do is turn around and the Two of Cups is there. It's really beautiful. So, divine feminine, your expectation at this time is to align, but to be in alignment on a higher level. That's how you hand over the divine spark. You don't go into Two of Pentacles energy with them and go, will we, won't we? You never know. I don't know. You don't do that. They're there right now for a reason. They need to be there. This is what's going to help them choose the right thing to lead them closer to their King of Pentacles energy that they've been so desperate for. Many of them will end up on the road to union or in union before they reach their King of Pentacles energy, but some have to come to you already in it because if they didn't, they never would have gotten there in the first place. It's all about what plan is in place for your union that's going to make your mission achievable, feasible. So your job is not to get into alignment with them on their whatever vibration they're on. It's for you to find something that fits. In this case, Two of Pentacles, the High Priestess. That duality energy, being able to kind of go with the ebbs and flows of everything, finding harmony in spite of what's going on. This might be really challenging. I know that from time to time I'll read the chats and people will say, Fiery Grace, you don't know what I'm going through and you don't know how they are with blah, blah, blah. Listen, then you're not cut out for this. You need to go somewhere else for now. And when they're ready, you can come back. But if you're going to approach every reading, first of all, why are you watching readings if you feel that way? But if you're going to approach every conversation with them saying, now you're going to have to earn my love, whatever it is, if you're going to behave like a low vibrational divine feminine, you're going to get a low vibrational divine masculine. Don't do that to yourself. Don't do that to your union. Rise up. Look at this. I see this and it's like, open up your third. Look at the Empress is right freaking underneath. This is not a joke, you guys. This is crazy. You've got, this kind of ball of energy, this knowing that maybe even like a crystal ball, your third eye is open, and then the plan is here. You're not worried about your divine masculine in any negative way. You might worry about them, normal things, especially with everything going on right now. That's all fine. It's all well and good. But you're not like freaking out constantly about what's going on here. What about the karmics? Blah, blah. You're not doing all that all the time. You're allowing yourself to sit. Look how comfortable she looks. Matter of fact, she's got the idea of the energy and the plan, and then she's actually sitting inside of the plan. That's kind of what I see here. So you're not even worried about it. Look at this. Both of these divine feminines all calm, chilling, cooling, having a wonderful time. So this is the expectation that is on you right now. Divine feminine, you might say that's not fair, but again, that means that you need to raise your vibration. It gets very frustrating for, coaches, psychologists, therapists, marriage counselors, whatever, to come in and have to say to the person who's probably the more mature one or the more awakened one or whatever, hey, listen, it's up to you. It's very frustrating to always have to be the bigger person, to always have to be the one handling everything, to always, I get it. I'm not telling you that you're crazy. What I'm saying to you is you're crazy if you think that any amount of worrying or low vibrational thinking or behavior is going to actually impact anything in your life for the better. That's where you're wrong. That's where you need to let go of that pride or that anger or whatever these other people, friends, family, readers, I don't care who it is. Even if it's you telling you, oh, you don't need this. If you don't need this, then stop watching these readings and leave your divine masculine alone. But you can't sit in it and be miserable and bitter and angry, okay? So we're leaving all that energy behind. We're walking into something really powerful in this reading. We can already tell the energy that it's about to be revealed is about to be, okay, an explosion of insights and important information. Many of you, it happens constantly. You can see it in every chat and every comments on all my videos. You will get contacted by your DM in the middle of watching my readings. It's been happening since I started my ministry. It's insane. So open yourself up. Allow the good to flow in. You found my channel for a reason. Okay? You found this energy and this tribe for a reason. It's because you are ready to walk into union. So, Mr. Lightwork and I, by the way, my Divine Masculine, we're going to be going live after this. I'm also going to be putting a video up about my monthly seminars. So if you're interested in starting a YouTube channel, building your online business, if you've been having some trouble, if you already have started it, kind of, bringing in the business, whatever it is, the monthly seminar is a fantastic opportunity for anybody who is looking for a chance to do what I've done, which is basically I've created a life through following my path under the light of God that has made me freaking recession proof, you guys. I my life is saved because I decided to invest in me instead of pouring into my all these other corporations and projects and families and all these contracts I had that weren't really doing anything. I serve the light, I serve the collective, and now I'm blessed. So if you're looking for that, if this situation in the world has shown you just how fickle things that you thought were really solid were, that monthly seminar is going to be a fantastic opportunity. So check out the video I'll post after this video, and then make sure you watch me and Mr. Lightwork tonight. We're going live from the bedroom tonight, y'all. That's all right. Not like that, you freaks. All right, love you. So let me get this spread set up. Ooh. Whoa. Cards are jumpy today. All right. Oh, don't get quiet on me now, DM. Ooh, too many. Look at how beautiful that is. Oh my gosh, there's a repeat of the energy. It's just, I'm sorry, y'all, but sometimes I just need to show you some of the beauty. Oh my goodness. I should have taken all of them, but I need one right now. Okay. Well. And final messages. Too many. Is that one? Haha. Okay. Alrighty. Alright, it's gonna be weird, but okay. Alrighty, so here we are, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. If you're just getting here, what up, what up? You guys, the reason that I don't timestamp my videos anymore, some of my old videos you'll see that I did, like videos too, like the contract reading that's 90 minutes long, I did go ahead and timestamp like each section of that one, but I stopped timestamping because in the beginning of my messages, it's not like I'm just like, I don't know, wasting time. You know, some readers will just kind of like do nothing and wait for people to get there or whatever. I'm actually like talking so about important stuff. And so if there are any of you who are like, oh my gosh, Fiery Grace, you know, can you just timestamp it to when you start the reading? No, because my reading starts the moment the camera starts. So if you are only interested in the cards, good news. I don't do tarot over the phone and I don't do tarot on my podcast. I only do tarot where there's visuals. So you can just fast forward till you start to see the spread set up and, you know, the cards flipped. But otherwise, if you're actually interested in the things that I bring as a coach, because remember, I'm not a tarot reader, I'm a coach who happens to utilize tarot cards as tools, then I would highly suggest that you watch the videos in the entirety. And if you don't have the time, speed it up. Okay, you guys should all learn how to use YouTube. When I used to watch readings and astrologers and all that, I would speed up in the playback speed in the menu of every video, unless it's live. Okay, you can't speed up live videos. But I would speed my videos up. Like I like Molly McCord, but she talks very slowly. And I like her at 1.5 or 1.25 speed, and she sounds like she's speaking a regular tone for me, a regular speed for me. So I have to do that with pretty much everyone's. I even do it with Mr. Lightwork's videos. As you guys can tell, I speak really quickly, and it's hard for me to keep up when a video is kind of dragging slowly. So do you need to work around this stuff? Work around it. Otherwise, just make time to find time to watch these videos if you're really drawn to them. But they're going to be as long as they're going to be. They're going to be as short as they're going to be. I'm going to do my best to just get the message out. That's what's most important to me. So I think we've got enough people. Let me see. Oh, look at that. Over 100. What's up, y'all? How you doing? All right. Let's go ahead and get going. So what's the first thing we need to know? We're going to check in with the theme or the 5D energy of this reading. 9 of Wands. And this is the 9 of Wands in the Angel deck, which has a little bit of a different meaning. Don't give up. Protect that which you've created. Have courage and believe in yourself. And this is a more divine feminine figure if we're speaking on that. And the reason I bring it up is to say, I think that this is actually a call to the divine feminines in the collective to hold on. If you feel like it's right around the corner, just hold on, because you are right. You're right there. You see that number 9 energy. We're moving into something new very, very soon. In fact, what's interesting is sometimes you guys have heard me talk about this, where the 9 of Wands in the Rider-Waite, I often see that card being associated with similar energies of the 6 of Wands, the Death card, and the 4 of Swords, which to me are all centered around a war or a battle. The difference is the 9 of Wands person was left back. They might have been injured or just not at full strength, and so they were left back at an area or a town that had been raided, right, by the winning team, by the winning kingdom. And so back in the day, before phones and maybe before travel was what it is now, or even close to it, even close to what it could have been 150 years ago. Back in the day, if an empire fell, let's say the Roman Empire or something like that, it would take months to get the information to everyone in the land. And so sometimes this person in the 9 of Wands position, kind of waiting for everyone to come relieve them so that they can go home, they don't even know the war already ended. They don't even know that everything's already over and it's already the new level and the new grace and the new energy, all of that's already present. So this is a very interesting card for us to see in a reunion reading. What's back here? 4 of Swords. Holy crap. Okay. Gee, God, you're amazing. So, 4 of Swords energy's back here. Take time to rest, take a vacation, allow more time before making a decision. Meditation may provide answers. This right here is our proof. All right? Because guess what? You put these together and you get 13. That's the death. I'm just telling you, the war is over. It's already been over. Death has come, not because something else needs to die. Everything that needed to die is already dead. So if you're here and you've been feeling lately like this sense of almost like being stagnant for the first time in a while, it's because you are waiting for the victory parade and the victory lap and the next stage and the next phase. You're waiting for cleanup. All of that's happening now. So just be prepared. The 6 of Wands energy is next. But in order for you to make the most sense of things, you either need to stand in your where you are, protect that which you've created, believe in the dreams that you have, or some of you are already home and you're waiting to heal up. You've got a little bit of PTSD and you need to do some meditation. You need to take some time to rest and refresh and renew. Okay, so this is the theme of this reading overall. We're seeing the divine feminine collective being represented, even though this is a divine masculine reading. The divine feminine collective is being represented in, I think, the other side of the battle. It's almost like you guys were in the same battalion, but then you guys got split up. That was your separation. And you have made it home, or they have made it home. And then the other counterpart is either still out on the way home, or is at home waiting for them. Like, where are you? We even see the 10 of Wands energy underneath that. Don't allow this to become a stressful thing for you, especially now where you know it's right around the corner. Don't push it away with your crazed, excited energy. I talk about that sometimes where I say, listen, when you call, or no, let's flip that. When your divine masculine calls you and they say, hey, what's going on? How's it going? I was thinking about you. You get freaking thrilled, giddy, excited. You're so happy to hear from them. You think, oh, they're going to call me every day now. We're going to start talking again. Everything's going to, this is it. This is it. This is it. And sometimes they literally just wanted to hear your voice and they're going to ghost you. And to them on their end, it's not like they are like, oh, haha, I'm going to ghost you now. That's not what's happening. They just thought of you and called you. You're the one who was in the obsessive energy. You're the one who freaked out. There's nothing wrong with it. I get it. But what I'm telling you is, before you jump on everything and join in with that kind of psychotic, neurotic, you know what I'm talking about, where you just get really like a little kid who's like just saw the Disney World ears on the road trip and they know Disney World's around. It's like, don't get there, okay? Just chill out. There's still more things that have to happen, and you don't want to get yourself discouraged because you freak out thinking it's not moving in my timeline, so it must not be happening at all, okay? So this is a message from your guides, what they've been trying to speak to you about, but this is also for both. So let's find out what both counterparts need to know. 8 of Cups. Now that's interesting because we just saw 8, 9, 10. 8, 9, 10, right there. Okay, so a desire to move on, the search for something more meaningful, spiritual, and emotional growth. I think a part of the problem for both counterparts is even though everything is already dead, there are some things that still need to be walked away from, if that makes sense. Like, you already know it's over. Oh, snap. So every so often I get a little message about this and I have to slip it in because unfortunately more people than they think are with false twins or have attached themselves to false twins. So some of you, the reason why your union's right around the corner is because you have finally realized that the person you decided to claim as your counterpart wasn't actually your counterpart. And now you just have to do that final release of their energy. Because if you're anything like me, you can only crush or love or date or have feelings for one person at a time. And so that is the reason why you're not in union yet, literally, because you have not let go of the person that you know is not your person. Some of you are about to figure that out. Good luck. I know it's going to be a little bit tough to let that person go, but the truth is, once you do, it's actually a feeling of relief because you're no longer stuck with them. And now you can open yourself up to someone who's going to fit pretty much all the things that they did and more. Because if they're not your true twin, then think about how amazing your true twin's going to be. You feel me? Okay, I know it's hard to think about that though. So, but for the rest of you, this is talking about something in your life that is blocking you spiritually, blocking you emotionally. Some of you, this is finally getting the courage to walk away from that family, friend, whatever, job, whatever. Some of you, this is finally being willing to part with, certain life situations, moving, etc. But no matter what, this is an emotional release, a major emotional release. And again, we just saw that 13 energy, okay? That energy that said it's time to walk away, it's time to move on. Death has already come, which means that thing has been dead. You've just been sitting there with something that is rotting, basically. And it's rotting and it's stinking up your life. So there are some things that need to be walked away from. This is probably where we see the divine masculines might still have a little ways to go. If you're in union and you're watching this because you feel like you're kind of in pseudo union where you're not actually like, you might be together, but you're not in union, if that makes sense. I was there for quite some time when me and Mr. Lightwork like officially got together, but I still did not feel that we were I don't know. I didn't feel like we were really together, if that makes sense. Like we were boyfriend and girlfriend, we lived together. I just did not feel it. And so some of you are watching this now, even though you're in union or you're with your person, and this is talking about the leveling up that has to happen. And this is because both of you still have some things you're holding on to. So it's time to find things that are more meaningful. All right. So let's go ahead and look into the divine masculine. What is it that overall the divine masculine in the 3D is dealing with right now? 4 freaking wands. How dope is that? With the 2 of swords in the back. Interesting that we see this divine feminine figure instead of in place of a divine masculine type figure on the 9 of wands. And then in the masculine section, we're having the divine feminine in training card. This makes sense if we're talking about an emotional release, because this might be what the divine masculine needs to do in order to have that emotional release. It's getting in touch with the inner feminine to know intuitively what to walk away from, what to let go of. Again, it's funny that we had the divine feminine being in the high priestess energy, because no matter what, it seems like you're right about there. Matter of fact, that might be what brings us into union, while the divine masculine is in the twin flame training mode of 2 of pentacles, 2 of swords, learning to, choose the higher road and the better path, and learning to make something out of nothing, knowing which opportunity to choose first, even though maybe in the end you get to do all the things you want to do, but having the discernment to choose wisely, and then also knowing how to navigate the world with the new 3D or 5D information that's coming your way, and allowing you to flow in a new way. This is a challenge for the divine masculines, because a lot of them don't trust their inner feminine. They don't trust women or feminine figures in their life at all, but they definitely don't trust their inner feminine. They really rely on their masculine. And so we're seeing a shift there. But overall, the divine masculine, how great is this that now look, we could have seen this in the 5D, but no, the 4 of wands shows up in the 3D in a reunion reading for a reason. And you see that throughout this reading, just in the energies alone, there's been confirmation after confirmation after confirmation that this divine masculine, if you're really resonating with this, if this, especially as we go on and you feel this energy, this divine masculine is already working with reunion energy. It's happening. Again, there's the people who believe and the people who it happens for. Obviously, it's really easy for them to believe, right? Obviously. But the people who it's not happening for right away or in the time that they want it, I know it's just so easy to run into that skeptical mind frame and run through that same old thought process, that same old script. And you've got to ask yourself, who said this? Who taught me this? Did I teach myself this? Why am I so negative about this? Why am I so angry? Why am I so miserable? What's going on with me that I cannot be patient, or I cannot be trusting or have faith? What's up with me? Because the divine masculine is moving forward. You guys can watch Mr. Lightwork's videos from 6 months ago to now and see the divine masculines are moving forward. They're shifting, they're changing, they're growing. It's happening. I should just change the total, or the total, change the title to "It's Happening." That's what you guys need to know. So, how is the divine masculine feeling right now about the divine feminine, about life in general, union? I mean, the whole perspective. Obviously, there's shifting. So, what is it that they're feeling now? Yes, 2 of Cups. I think in many ways, this divine masculine, and remember, we saw the 5 of Cups in the 5D. So I think this might be a sign that they've looked away from the 3 Cups. Now, some of you recognize the 3 Cups as being in the 4 of Cups energy, where the divine masculine kept getting offered love, or something that represented it. And for them, it was like, nah, I'm good. I already have 3 of those, Some of you are thinking about the 5 of Cups, where the cups are spilled. And the divine masculine was like, nah, those cups spill. I don't want to get burned. So no, I don't want those either. So it's interesting, because I think that the divine masculine has had the experience with the 3 of Cups, and finally is being redirected to the divine feminine, whose 3 of Cups energy is far different, right? Her 3 of Cups energy is so high vibrational, it's damn near the Empress energy. And so we're seeing this amazing shift. This person who feels really strongly that the right thing to do, the healing thing to do. And remember, we've got the 4 of Swords energy in the 5D, like the major move of God. I think that might be where the divine masculine, in their need for healing, is seeking out commitment with the divine feminine. If you have never had, because look, I know there are twins out there who y'all be fighting and cussing each other out and hurting each other because your egos are just wow. I call it claws deep. I used to call my dad and my little sister claws deep because they literally, it didn't matter what you said or what you did, they were going for blood without thinking. My sister and my father, I believe, but both of them, like, if we lived in a more rowdy society, they would have killed a million people just from looking at them wrong already. They just can't help themselves. They are hit dogs and they holler, if some of y'all know that saying. And so I know that there are twins out there because you guys have told me, you've said it in the comments where you said, listen, I told my DM never call me again and I blocked them. I told my DM, I called him or her a hoe or whatever. I told them that until they're done with their karmic and have cleaned themselves 1,000 showers, don't call me. Like, there's been some nastiness that's gone around. And so if that is the case, this might be a different meaning. But for those of you who actually pretty much just have a weird relationship where you guys just more so can't seem to connect, it's not really tumultuous, this to me is where the divine masculine feels, I need to go to this person for healing because that's how they feel with you. There were just other things in their life that were pushing them away. Now, if you're in the, claws deep fam, no, but if you are, I get it. There's some twins that, like Mr. Lightwork and I, you guys can see in our lives, we fight. We have always fought like an old married couple or like siblings. It's the weirdest thing in the world, but we laugh so much even when we're fighting. It's very strange. And so I know that there are some that, they just get on your nerves and whatever, but I'm talking about like real, like we're going to have a lot of therapy to go through or a lot of apologizing to do in the future once we get together because we went there. If you're in that group, then this might be saying, listen, there needs to be healing that happens before, which to me is going to say, if the masculine is willing, and if you guys are able to, then you're going to need to communicate and apologize to each other in your own ways. Maybe don't say, I'm sorry, but, maybe you say, I won't talk to you like that again. I regret doing that. I know that hurt you and I shouldn't have said that or shouldn't have said that way. And then the rest of you, you might actually have to allow time to heal. And maybe that's what your separation has really been about, is allowing time to heal between those angry conversations and that nastiness that unfolded so that you guys miss each other and also grow up so that when you come back together, there's really no need for an apology because you both kind of can look into each other's eyes and realize, I know I hurt you, I know you hurt me, and I can tell you're sorry, and I can tell you've changed. The greatest apology is change behavior. So there's a lot here, but all of it to me is a step forward, which is really powerful, okay? So how are they, I did feeling here. What are they thinking? Wow. You're a gift in their life. You make them feel like they can do anything. The Six of Pentacles talks about, and it's funny, the Six of Pentacles also is the card that those readers, I would hear them say crumbs, the divine masculine is just giving crumbs. On one side, I get the sense that they are starting to recognize their gifts and abilities because of the gift of you. On another side, I'm also recognizing where some of them are thinking, are you going to be able to accept what I'm offering? Something happened. If this is really resonating for you, if you saw the Six of Pentacles and go, the Libra full moon. Yeah? Yes. The Libra full moon. Was that, wait. Oh, that was last week. Okay. Sorry. You guys, too many readings. The Libra full moon last week, something happened in the past week. If that did, you need to make sure that you reassess whatever the conversation was about or whatever the issue was, because there was definitely a misunderstanding because the divine masculine was not able to share everything in that moment. Focus, Grace. Seeing the Six of Pentacles overall to me when it comes to how I'm thinking about you is I need to get my money, my time, my resources. I need to get everything together. So this is interesting because it's like the divine masculine is catching up. The divine feminine has been feeling that way for a while. I know some divine feminines. I recommend this all the time, actually. If you've decided that you're going to focus on, the union journey ahead in perfect divine timing, you're not stressing anything, but you'd at least like to be prepared. I tell people all the time, well, get your house in order. What would happen if tomorrow your divine masculine had to move in? Some of y'all just looked around your house and went, crap. Because you know that as much as you say you want that, you wouldn't be ready for them in some way, shape, or form. Some of you just wouldn't have the space. You couldn't even give them a drawer or a shelf in the cabinet, you know? Some of you, you wouldn't have the things that you would normally want to have to make them feel special. You know, I know a lot of divine feminines, just in a traditional sense, I guess you can say, male or female, might like to cook for their twin and then realize, like, I don't have any of their favorite foods, you know, simple stuff like that. And it's like getting yourself into the mode of already being in union, and basically the only thing that's missing is that person or that being, that essence of who they are, is a good way to allow yourself to start to walk in the future that you actually want, even though you don't have it. And also know that when they come around, they're ready, but you're still living your best life. So I don't want you to, like, you know, make a drawer for them, but knowing that you had enough space to do so if you needed to is a good feeling. Knowing that you're prepared for what's coming is a good thing. Well, guess what they're doing? Now they're getting themselves together. They're getting their life together. They're doing things beyond just what they've always said, which is, because a lot of them, they were dead serious when they said to you, I want to be with you, but it's going to be a while because I need to get my money right, or I need to get my life in order, or get the right job or the right house or whatever. And they were not kidding. They really meant it. They really knew you were their person, and they just thought that they had to do this in this certain thing, just like you think you have to do things in a certain way. Stop getting mad at them for doing exactly what you do, Divine Feminine. It's really annoying. And I'm speaking as a reader too. It's so crazy because sometimes me and Mr. Lightwork will be sitting here having these conversations with clients. And on one side, it's good to have them because obviously they needed that moment of, aha, oh my gosh, I'm doing it too. I'm literally every single thing I complain about them doing, I do as well. Sometimes I reciprocate it to keep myself safe, and other times I don't even know that I'm doing it. So it's like we sit here and we're thinking, oh my goodness gracious, how could you not see that? But then it's like, okay, at the same time, this was needed. This was necessary. You needed to figure that out. It needed to click in this moment. And so Divine Feminine, let the Divine Masculine do what they need to do, because some of them are now realizing, okay, I don't have to wait until my pentacles are all together, but I still need to get a few things in order. But this is where they're going to come around sooner than later now. So I mean, there's still a process, I think, but I think that the closer the divine masculines feel to having themselves in order, to being prepared for you to be in their life, because now they're starting to think like that. Like, what if my divine feminine had to move in tomorrow? What if me and my divine feminine woke up and we were married tomorrow? How would life be different? And where is there a gap that I need to bridge, you know, or build a bridge there? So this is really interesting energy, because the thoughts are really about the future, and the thoughts are about starting to live now how we want to be in the future. So that's pretty cool. All right. And final thing is, what is the greatest challenge, but also where do they have faith at this moment? So the thing that is stressing them out the most, but also the thing that is going to provide them with the push that they need, because they believe that they can do this, they can handle this. Dope. 5 of Cups. How many times have we saw this in the energy, and then we talked about it here? This is wild, because this is amazing to me. Oh my gosh, sorry, I'm getting excited. Phew, relax. What this means, and it's in reverse, you can see the 3 cups upside down spilled out. What this means is, look, I'm struggling with the fact that I recognize now that I'm already halfway there. See, in the 5 of Cups, you'll see that the person, there's a house in the background, and then there's a bridge. How funny is it that we just talked about the bridge? And it's 11, it's 11, 11, 11, 11. Okay, freak, stop it. Okay. A lot of the divine masculines, like the person in the 5 of Cups picture, have left their home, right? The comfort of their previous space, right? They've left. They're walking away with their cape on. But they've crossed the bridge, and it's almost like, again, I've talked about this before. You're on a road trip, and you know you're about 30 miles away from your house. Technically, you're still in your city or your state or your area or whatever, but you're also already on the road trip. So it's like a weird feeling in those first few hours of the trip, right? So imagine that. You've just left for a road trip. You're almost or just getting out of town, and you come upon 3 spilled cups. So something happened on their journey in the early part of this space that they're in now, where they came upon something that hurt their feelings when it came to you. Whether it was they finally decided they were ready for you. Mr. Lightwork said this the other day. One of the most obnoxious things a divine feminine can do is pretend you've never had a chapter 1 pretend you've never been in the previous chapter that you were in. So where when your divine masculine comes to you and says, I've changed, I'm different, or shows you something, you doubt them. They are not strong enough to handle that. You of all people cannot be the one to make them feel like that. Ooh, just got a little emotional. So, okay, fine. So something happened. Divine feminine, somehow or another, either was in a low vibration, or if they were not interacting with you, it was something about what they'd done to you. Something caused them some kind of problem, and they got a little tripped up early on their road trip, on their trip to find you or to come home or whatever. And so unfortunately, the divine masculine is struggling right now with what the weight of their sorrow, right? He's wearing, or she is wearing, the cloak of death, and they're tired and they're weary and their journey's just beginning. And so your job, divine feminine, is to stand in your empress energy. You know, like Mr. Lightwork put a video out last week where I don't know how he got into it. He was just talking, and then all of a sudden he was like, I guess I should apologize to Grace. Da, 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 da. And it's funny because I got a couple people commenting that completely misunderstood him, and it made me laugh so hard. Like, what are you even talking about? Some people were like, yeah, it sounds like Mr. Lightwork needs space. I'm like, you mean him apologizing for not being a better boyfriend is him saying he wants to break up with me? Like, y'all need to chill out. Like, it's so crazy how quickly the vibration that people are in gets exposed when they talk. Okay, so be cautious about how you're responding and speaking to these people. Mr. Lightwork out of nowhere came and said that, and I'm like, dude, you don't have to apologize. Like, this, we're so far beyond that, it's okay. Like, I didn't say that like that to him, but that's what I'm thinking in my head. Like, why do you feel guilty or sad or bad? Like, I love you. What are what are you talking about, you crazy man? And so it's like these divine masculines, they're starting to get this feeling of, again, what have I done? What have I done? It's been coming up pretty much since I started my ministry. That to me is that triggering moment for them when they finally are ready to come into your life and love you and apologize. It's them realizing, oh my gosh, like, this is on me. I had everything I could ever dream of right in front of me, and I screwed it up. And so the challenge is wondering, is there still a chance for this? You see the Two of Cups stands. Okay, the 3 have spilled, but the 2 stand. And even in the 5 of Cups upright, the 3 are spilled out, the 2 are right behind them. All you've got to do is look at the positive, not the negative. And so the divine masculine is struggling just a little bit with their thoughts and the challenges when it comes to, how do I approach this person and let them know I'm ready and I need them. I want them in my life. I always have, and I just didn't see what I was missing. Or maybe I did, but I thought I wasn't deserving or couldn't have it yet. Or, I told myself, just like you told yourself a timeline, they told themselves a timeline. There's so much that is coming out in this reading, but I think what we're seeing, I mean, look at how beautiful this is a divine masculine who says, I want that deep level of connection with you that I know is possible. And we already kind of have it now, but can you imagine? Can you imagine what it could be like? And so as much as they're afraid of this, as much as they're wearing that cloak of death in fear and agony in many cases over thinking they've already lost you. Some of them already have, they're just like, oh my gosh, it's over. What have I done? I'm screwed. In spite of all of that, there is a hope and a faith. There is a need for them to do whatever it takes to get you anyways. And I feel like Mr. Lightwork's there right now. I feel like he's been trying to communicate with me in his videos. I'm trying to keep up with him a little bit better because I'm starting to think that maybe there's some things that I can, it's funny because when we do the live chats, like, you'll probably see it tonight too. You guys will ask us questions or things will come up, and sometimes I'll like rewatch those. Some of them are so long. They're like 3, 4, 5 hours long. And so I can't watch all of it, but I'll like skim through and just kind of scan it. And I can see where I might say something about like something that happened from the past and he feels awful. And it's like, oh man, I didn't mean to make you feel bad. I was just like speaking on something that I think that these people need to know, and then he might say something and I'll be surprised, like, oh really? I didn't know that. And it's so funny because I feel like we might need to reassess our truth together. We might need to come together and figure out like, okay, now that things are changing, where are we really at? Because I think that Mr. Lightwork is in a new space altogether. And it's really interesting that we've been together for over a year now, like together. And I don't know. It's crazy that I'm just now realizing that I might be wrong about some of the things that I thought about him, things that I thought were not going to change even when we got into union. And so it's really interesting to see the shifts in the way that they change. And I just encourage you to open yourself up and allow them in. And again, if they're not coming in, if this reading really isn't resonating on the terms of like the present timeline, then allow yourself to just live and be free and be as happy as possible. Find your distractions, stay busy, get rest, whatever it is that you know works for you until they are ready. Because when they do come in, there's going to be so much sorrow and so much pain that you don't want to jump in on that. Don't let your union start off sad. They're going to come in feeling bad. It's your job to come in and say, okay, listen, let's raise that vibration up. I'm in my Empress energy. You know, when you come here, you're an emperor. You know, you get respect, you get love. It doesn't matter what you did yesterday. It doesn't mean you get to keep doing it and treat me bad and walk all over me, but it does not matter what you did yesterday. I love you anyways. So very interesting that we see, you know, 1111, 1111 in the Divine Masculine's energy. Very interesting that in the 3D, this person, I think it must, maybe there was that Libra? It did say relationship changes. I don't know. I don't know why, but that Libra full moon keeps coming up, and I'm trying to figure out, was there something else that happened or something that happened since then energetically or astrologically? Is that the right word? Cosmologically, universally? Is there something else that's happened? Because I feel like this is some sort of portal. Wait, is there something coming maybe? Hold on, let me see. I mean, well, there actually might be a few things coming over the next week. So maybe this whole month, maybe April was a portal. You know? Maybe the whole month. Oh, because it would have been for 2020. Maybe it was. Remember the beginning of the reading was 2020. It was like 2020. Okay, maybe it was a portal. Oh, maybe even look into, because that would have been 222. So maybe even look at February. Oh, okay. There's too many things happening at once. I got to keep going because if not, I'm going to get distracted and try to figure all that stuff out. And I think that might even just be for a couple people to look into if it resonates. Okay, so next thing we're going to look at is the 5D. So now that we have an idea of what's happening 5D and overall, right? The energy that's pushing, you know, the twin flame collective. And now that we've looked at the 3D where the masculine is at and how they're perceiving things, now let's look at for both twins in the 5D, meaning your actual spirit, right? This is the move of God. This is how your spirit receives it, okay? So let's see, what's the overall energy? Ha ha ha, magician. I love this. This makes me happy. What's back here? The Emperor. You guys, this is dope. This is dope. This is dope. This is so amazing. I'm so freaking excited. All this major arcana in the 5D too. Okay, so 5 change, Hierophant energy. The magician energy is the initiation. It's the beginning. It is taking action, concentrating your skills on bringing the as above, so below energy into your life in this infinite way. This to me is a major shift from, I often see the 2 of Pentacles as magician energy, just like early on before you become a magician, maybe you're a jester, if that makes any sense. And so very beautiful to see this. In the 5D, what's happening is there is a new level of power that's approaching, that's kind of surging in, and it is impacting both counterparts, but I think that the Emperor energy is impacting them in different ways. I think it's impacting the Divine Masculine. You can even see them in that 4 of Wands. You know, they've got that 4 energy. I think it's opening them up to who they really are, right? Because they've been operating in a very low vibrational kind of 4 of Pentacles Divine Masculine energy. Now they're embracing the Emperor. And I think that for the Divine Feminine, I think she or he is learning the difference between, you know, a man and an emperor, if that makes any sense, right? There's new logic, there's new understanding, there's a restructuring that's happening to the whole understanding of what union is and what union means with that counterpart. I think also the Divine Feminine is learning that in order to allow the Divine Masculine in, Here she has to turn her emperor knob down a little bit and turn her empress knob up. Okay. All right. Very funny because remember what we had in the beginning? We had the high priestess and we had, isn't this freaky? We had the high priestess and we had the empress for the feminine, and now we've got the magician and the emperor more for the masculine. Isn't that really cool? 1, 2, 3, 4. So exciting. Okay, I'm sorry, this makes me so happy. Oh, we had the lovers. You guys remember we saw the lovers? Oh, I feel so good. Okay, focus, Grace. Keep going. So, this is what's impacting both of us. All right. Now, remember, crap, I moved this. This was supposed to be up there, right? So this, ooh, see, this is why you shouldn't have done that, Grace. You should have left it where you had it. This one, this is next to it, was what's impacting both of us. And I think this one is what the divine masculine is going to need from the divine feminine. That I feel like that is correct because that was up there. Okay, so what is the overall energy influencing both of us as we're going through this, massive change in our understanding, our beliefs, all that? What do we need to know? Wow, that's gorgeous. And look at this. That's beautiful. 10 of Pentacles, Wheel of Fortune energy. Good things are happening. Slow and steady. I know it's been feeling like everything is taking forever. I get it. And I'm sorry that you've been alone long enough to grow a garden 10 times over. Like, I'm sorry because that sucks. But what I will say is this was necessary and don't regret it now. Because what you've done in the 3D and the 5D, as you've allowed this garden to grow, is what has allowed this magician energy. I'm so sorry. This is freaking crazy because I just told, focus. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. This is so freaky. Oh man, it keeps happening. Okay. Sorry. This is what allowed you to do this. You see the Emperor and the Queen of Pentacles. This is the Queen of Pentacles in the garden, but the Emperor and the Queen of Pentacles are the only two cards that have this flower border. The Queen of Pentacles, hers you can see as actually growing from a tree or the ground somewhere, but you see in the Magician, it's like bringing the flowers of below to above, right? You see that the magic that's happening. There's the flowers. Now there's the flowers. You can look, if you have your own deck, look through your own deck. I promise it's something when I first ever got my tarot decks, I laid everything out and I kind of went through, and that was something that I noticed. And so this period of time that you spent as a divine feminine on your own, waiting around or, trying to live your best life, whatever you were doing, the energy, the love that you poured into your life and nourishing everything you are and everything you have and everything around you, everything you have dominion over, this taught you what you needed to know about building a beautiful garden, like growing something amazing, right? The green thumb energy. And then when you were in your Queen of Pentacles energy, you went and you did that. And I think that by doing that on the 5D level, your divine masculine was able to soak that up, osmosis style, and learn it. And now they're also able to make it happen. And while you made it happen from a more natural perspective or natural space, they were able to make it happen almost through alchemy, which is kind of what we experience with the Two of Pentacles card. So very beautiful thing. I think what they're saying here is, listen, everything that you have sown in this time alone, you will reap. Now, some of you don't want to hear that because you've been acting crazy. But a lot of you are like, that's good to know. It's good to know that the hard work I've been doing has paid off. A lot of you, even though you might have done some wrong, are also your own worst critic. I'm like this, where, I might have done stuff wrong, but I fix it almost immediately because I can be really, really hard on myself and I do not accept anything less than the best from me. But those of you who would mess up and then not know what to do about it and then just kind of run from it and then mess up again, and you're going to have a little bit of trouble in the beginning of your union, but guess what? That's what you were meant to do. So relax. It's going to be fine. So what is it that the divine masculine needs from us as divine feminines in the 5D? Because we've already learned, the divine masculine has kind of learned magic, if you will, because of the focus we've been having on, our miracles and our blessings and our own personal magic. But what is it that they need from us now? So this is freaky. You guys, this is so freaky. They need the wand, but remember, that this came up in this deck. Remember, in this deck, it was the King of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles, which again makes sense to add to bring the Ten of Pentacles together. But then in this deck, it was the King of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands. And now we see this with this. I think that this is saying, listen, continue to inspire me. Continue to do what you've been doing. Don't take your foot off the gas pedal now. Don't give up now. And also, don't just keep doing the same things you've been doing. Level up yourself. Go ahead and do what you need to do, because I'm watching you, whether it's in the 3D or the 5D. You know, obviously we're talking more 5D now, but some of this 5D stuff can be displayed in your 3D life. Continue to inspire, continue to show the way. They need you. Okay? All right. So, and actually I'm going to bring this way. So what's the overall energy? This is about the divine feminine. So divine feminine, this is your divine masculine insights reading. Here are some of the insights coming through. This is great to know, but now what does it mean to you? What are you going to need to do? So we're seeing the world. I think this is saying, listen, you know how close you are to that new beginning, right? We saw the magician, the high priestess, the empress, the emperor. You know that what's missing from there is that 0 point, that fresh start. Well, that's about to be here. You see, it's coming through in the portal that was created. I'm telling you, something's up here. It's coming through in the portal that was created here. And there is that 0 point energy. It's present. It's coming. It's going to bring your divine masculine, a pentacle, probably going to bring you one too. Everybody's going to have good things coming in the near future. Great, great, awesome. But what does that mean for you? What does it mean if you're just now realizing that, oh, there's another step there. Something needs to happen. What is it that you've been getting messages about that you're ignoring? What is it that you are, having a struggle with handling? Or what is it that maybe you're doing that might be blocking the energy of the new beginning from actually coming in and blessing you? So let's find out what's going on. Now, this is wild. You want to know what's crazy? Some of you are wondering how you're going to make the shift from where you're at now all the way into union like this. It's because you need to start. Remember how I told you to align with the divine masculine? So if they're in Two of Pentacles, it doesn't mean you have to be in Two of Pentacles. Just pick a better two. High Priestess is a much better two energy. In the same way, you can also reverse energies. So here we see 21 or 12. You want to know how you're going to get to 0 point again? Shift out of this hanged woman misery into, so turn it around into the world energy from 12 to 21. Because if you stick here, you still have, this is a war. 12 is a war number. 12 is a number of battle. It's about reconciling opposing ideas and bringing harmony, which means that there isn't harmony and there are opposing ideas present. Once you flip that around and you believe that you've accomplished what needed to be accomplished, you've done the right thing, everything is working out in your favor, everything is going to go the way it's supposed to go. And yes, you have a plan, but you're also open to adjust and be flexible, because you know that your plans might be here, but God's plans are way bigger and way better for you. If you can really stand in that faith, you're going to be able to flip that energy. I'm going to read the low vibrational version of the Hanged Woman. Let me see. It open to the world. Focus. Okay. Avoidance, sacrifice, delay. Putting a lot of effort and energy into a person is wearing you down, especially when you're not seeing the return. Stop sacrificing your time and values to please other people. If you're putting off a decision to avoid confrontation or responsibility, it may come back to haunt you. You will reap what you sow. The time will come when you finally have to speak your truth. Feeling stuck and unfulfilled is increasing your awareness of what you do want. This suspension in time is actually a blessing in disguise. Meditate on your issues, oh my gosh, so that you can gain much needed clarity before making any moves. Utilize patience, sit still, and realize your life is bigger than this one moment. There are always other options, and they will reveal themselves to you as you keep going toward your path. This is why I use tarot as a tool, because if I point blank said to you all the things that come through in my readings without cards, most of you would just say, there's somebody who thinks they know it all. But the moment that at random all this stuff comes out, I told you guys before, these are pieces of paper. Do you understand that? That's why not everyone can do tarot. Tarot is not magical, okay? If you choose to put power into all that stuff, that's fine. You can do what you want to do, but that's not how I work over here. I allow God to manipulate the energies so that we can get the message across, to make sure that the people who are in the twin flame community, which is so toxic, so miserable, in many, many places. Now, a lot of you don't experience that because you, like me, choose to seek out higher level things. But there are a lot of very miserable readers out there. It's incredible how many people are coming out in the twin flame community and are just awful. The way they treat people, the way they talk about the counterparts, the way they consider union in the first place, all of it's bad. And so I came here and I use these because I love you guys. And I was there for a period of time and I knew the darkness that I felt when every reader and every twin flame, person who was not in union and was unhappy was just making me feel like it would never happen. So now we come in, we do this reading, and boom, at random, you get a card that summarizes basically everything. All right. So the final card in this beautiful reading that has, I think, expressed very, very plainly, very clearly, all the beautiful things that are approaching, all the wonderful things that we can come to be excited about and expect in our lives and have faith in. What is it that, similar to this, that the divine feminine has been challenged by, but ultimately by standing in the higher vibration, this is what's going to help bring you through, especially to help you turn this energy around. The Chariot. Look at this. Now, you guys know that the Chariot is typically looks very different than this, right? Look at the divine feminine just flying over the bullshit. Okay, all right. Let me read that. Now look at this. Here, the divine feminine's hands are tied, right? The only thing that's keeping her steady is her legs, so she's stuck in this space. And here, the divine feminine has the freedom to fly wherever. She doesn't even have to use her legs. Her legs are just dangling, having a good time. And the arms are up. We're free. We're happy. Look at this. Everything is flowing behind us. We're on a sphinx. I mean, come on. I'd rather be on a sphinx than on some ropes. All right, I'm sorry. I'm being silly. So let's read the high vibration of the sphinx. I mean, the chariot. The sphinx. Oh, man. All this freaking major arcana energy, dude. Isn't this wild? It's just so crazy. Okay, so the low vibration of this is directionless, off course, and roaming. It says you may be feeling like you've lost control over certain aspects of your life. Take the steering wheel, chart a new course on the map. Make a decision on where the destination is, but don't get discouraged when you hit some roadblocks along the way. Make a move and gain back control. Evaluate where to best channel your energy to make lasting changes and what might be a dead end. Okay, we're talking about that death energy. Forcing outcomes can be disappointing and will not ultimately satisfy your needs. Practice the act of allowing and things will naturally unfold. So that's a low vibration, okay? But let's read the high vibration because this is what we need to know. This is what we need to understand to get us through this last phase of this kind of 9, like end of the road energy as we move into a greater and more powerful energy and move into ultimately union. So it's victory, willpower, and inner drive. It literally says vroom, vroom. You've got your hands on the steering wheel and you're ready to go. You are laser focused on your goals and your willpower is driving you straight towards your destination. The road might have a few bumps along the way, but with your determination, confidence, and inner drive, you'll get through it safe and sound. The challenges that you bump up against on your journey will ultimately make you stronger. Maintain focus and you will reach your destination with roaring success. Enjoy each stop along the path while it lasts because it will make the end goal feel so much more worth it. Remember to run your own race and ignore the haters. We all have different talents to offer, and if you keep focused on yours, you will win the race with style and finesse. Keep your eye on the prize. Now, if this is not one of the most specific and direct readings, and there are only 12 cards visible on this, get the out of here. So freaking, I'm blown away right now, you guys. This is amazing. This is amazing. This is amazing. I love you. And I pray that you received this. And if you weren't ready to receive this, today when I'm recording it, but you're watching this at a later date, I'm proud of you that you saw this reading. You saw, oh, it was recorded a while ago. Let me just watch it. You watched all the way to the end. You got this incredible message. I'm proud of you. Because I know I lecture. I know that I say things that trigger people. I know I say things that rub a lot of divine feminines the wrong way because they've been in another, community thinking it's okay to bash the masculine and that I should be less worried about them and more worried about the karmic. And nope, I'm proud of you for pushing through and accepting the way that I speak, even though like I said, I know it's a little brash sometimes. It's the reason why I never really got along with women. It wasn't because I didn't get along with them. It's because they could not accept me for me. And even when I tried to be nice and coddle them, the relationship wasn't even real. It was so fake. And the moment I said anything truthful, it fell apart. And so I've just learned to just be me, and the people who need to get the messages will be attracted to me, and those who might just need one or two, maybe you just see a couple videos, maybe you don't subscribe. Maybe those of you who like, I need this, I wish I had a big sister, I wish I had a mom, I wish I had a elderly wise grandma. I don't know, someone told me she thought I was a 46-year-old white woman. I was like, really? Amazing. But anyway, so so look, whatever it is, I'm happy that you were able to get through, especially if how I approach things. I get emails all the time about I talk too fast, and you guys, I cannot control what happens when I'm channeling. I just have to get the message out. And this is what I do. So the fact that you made it through this, the fact that you heard the reality, the truth, and you accepted it, and you've decided to make the most of this energy and really allow your divine masculine to heal and trust them, I'm proud of you. You're doing amazing things. And you are the reason why our collective is getting stronger and growing brighter rather than growing dull and dim and being hidden under a bunch of toxicity. You are the reason why. Every single one of you who chooses to approach this twin flame dynamic from a new level of hope and faith and excitement, you're the reason why more good readers are coming up. The reason why more positive comments are showing up in my comments than ever before. As a matter of fact, if you are still here, not in the chat, because most people don't read the chat after the videos, but if you're still here, or if you know how to close your chat out really quick and go to the comments, I want you to comment which of these cards resonated the most with you. You can just write the card if you want, or you can say the card and why. Okay, so we've got 9 of Wands, 8 of Cups, 4 of Wands, 2 of Cups, 6 of Pentacles, 5 of Cups, the Chariot, the Hanged Woman, the World. By the way, this would have totaled 13, which is pretty freaking crazy because it even talked about the dead end energy. Ace of Wands, 9 of Pentacles, Magician. Okay, you can also talk about other cards that might have shown up in the reading, but if you don't remember anything that really stood out, I want you to do that. Why? Because a lot of people, they will see a long reading and they'll read the comments first, right? And so some of you will actually help people who are looking for a sign or a sync. Like maybe they've been seeing, 9 of Pentacles or the number 2 a lot, and then you have it in the comments and they think, I need to watch this. So I really encourage you, when you see readings like this that are powerful for you, make sure they get to other people. Some of you cannot share with anybody in your life because they would be like, you're crazy. Why are you sending me a tarot video? What are you doing? And so you don't have anybody to share this with. But some of you know that just seeing someone else have a comment or a post or an idea about a video can build that credibility, or just allow someone to get the message they need. Comment, share, subscribe, like, whatever y'all got to do. But make sure that you share your truth, because I have a feeling that there are some divine feminines out there that need to hear it, that need to know they're not the only ones with that question or that thought or that worry or that fear, or who have just released something or feel union coming in, or their DM just emailed them or messaged them or text message or called them in the middle of the reading. Like, give other people a part of you, because we are a collective and that's what we're here to do. That's why sometimes I'll ask you to comment, and I think that's what I think needs to happen. I think that's what I feel needs to happen today. So comment below if you've made it this far, which of the cards stood out to you the most, and if you have a reason why, share why. All right, this was cool. So don't forget, I don't even think you guys can see this. There is a seminar coming. This is not how I'm supposed to be showing that. But on this Sunday, on the 19th, is that Living the Dream seminar. If you're interested in doing what I've done, which is being able to basically be recession proof and creating your own home-based business, please do look into it. It's going to be really, really exciting. The case studies are almost sold out. I only have one case study left. I'm about to do a quick video explaining the seminar after this one, but I just wanted to make sure if you choose not to watch that, or if you have forgotten that it was something you needed to sign up for, because it is coming up this Sunday, I wanted to make sure you guys were remembering that that exists. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm Fiery Grace the Gifted. I am an intuitive life strategist here on YouTube. My job is to help you find the right strategies to navigate your life and make the most of the energies that you're presented with, to make the most of the skills and talents you've been given, and to ensure that your mission, the reason why you're here, the light work within you that is meant to help you shine and help you to glorify all good things for people who need it the most. I'm here to help you with everything related to that. And if I can't help you, you guys know me, I will send you to the right people. I will send you to the right resources. But for the most part, God made me well-rounded enough that the people I attract are typically looking for what I have now. So I offer long-term coaching, and I also make, just don't forget, I'm making more runes right now. So if you have seen my rune readings, those are handmade runes. They're tailored and hand painted. So if you're interested in getting your own set, check out the website. There are 3 different sizes available, and I'm going to be making some to send out around the end of this month. So if you're interested, please do take advantage of that, okay? I also offer phone sessions and YouTube readings, and that's what most people tend to order, especially if you're shy or maybe if you're not in the US and you don't know how to connect with me over the phone, then a reading or a recorded session will be the best thing for you. I have all kinds of stuff on sale this month. Do check out my website. Every single month I have so many sales in terms of just like specific items and products that I've put on sale. And then also, like right now I have $22.22, so $22 off of, I think, pretty much all the services. Obviously, if they're under $22, that's not going to be the one you're going to get $22. But so if you're interested in taking advantage of any of the sales I have, especially since everything's going on with the economy lately, I am basically I have a sale running constantly. There's never a day where you're not going to find stuff on sale. So please do check out my website. I want to make sure that whenever somebody asks me for any kind of discount, that I offer it to everybody. So that's why I do things the way I do them. So check out thefierygrace.com. By the way, if you're not interested in buying stuff, but you are interested in learning more about me, if you go to my website and click through, you can see performances I've done, because I'm also a poet and a rapper and a singer and an author. You can read my erotica. There's all kinds of other stuff on my website. So if you haven't checked it out yet, you should. It's not just about my services, all right? If you need any assistance with booking, send me an email. If you go to my website and you go to the contact me page, you will not receive an auto reply back, okay? So just send me an email. You can even send me a blank email that or sometimes people will put in the body, they'll say looking for the auto reply, just so that you can get that information. It basically just walks you through what it's like to work with me and helps you figure out how to pick a reading or a service and all that. And then I accept PayPal, Cash App, and Venmo. I highly recommend that you download Cash App and Venmo, even if it's just to work with me and Mr. Lightwork, because Cash App and Venmo are the cheapest ways to work with us, especially if you're going to do a super chat. We're going to do a super chat tonight. The super chat itself, YouTube takes 30% or more of our funds. So every time you donate in the super chat, we only receive 70% or less of that. And that's where Cash App and PayPal and Venmo can be great shifts for that, because you're saving money, because we'll make those prices a lot lower. But then also all of my services are cheaper through Cash App and Venmo. So if you ever want to just start using Cash App and Venmo to work with me, some of my regular clients who've known me for a while, they do this anyways. Just shoot me a quick email and I'll let you know the price difference in paying through Cash App or Venmo. Okay, so I think that's everything. Yeah, handmade runes. If you're interested in getting, your own set of runes, I don't know, this is the crown chakra. I don't know if you've ever, oh my God, I dropped my crown. Oh no, what am I gonna do? I don't know if you can even see that, but stuff like that. I don't know how to explain runes to you. If you don't know what they are, then don't get them. But if you do know, the reason I sell them is because I think it's really cool for people to, rather than having to order a rune reading from me, you can basically pay the price of 2 rune readings and get your own set of runes, and you can do them yourself and start to kind of grow in your ability. So they're really cool. And again, they're tailored to you. So I think that's the coolest part about them. The colors you send me, everything. I have all these different color paints, and I go out and I find stones. People are always really surprised, because I don't know if can I pull one that's let me see. Is there one? I don't know. I'm trying to find one that actually looks okay, I don't know if you can tell, but what I do is when I this was different because this was my set and I basically just found stones. I was more so focused on the stones that I liked, the way that they were shaped and if they were pretty. But for yours, once we figure out what stones or what's it called? what markings you're going to receive, then I actually go out and I source stones that are shaped like them. And so people are always surprised when, like, I don't know, I'm trying to find one that makes sense, that you can understand what I'm saying. That basically when they find something and it's actually like this, you see how it's almost shaped like it? I don't know. I do that for the personal people, and everyone's really intrigued by that. I don't know why, but they like it. So I figured I would show you that since everyone knows I like that. But okay, I think that's everything. Don't forget, if you're interested in learning about the monthly seminar, I'm going to do a video after this. And then tonight, me and Mr. Lightwork will be going live from the bedroom. Most likely, we'll be answering a lot of sexy questions, but who knows? We might answer all kinds of stuff about twin flames and relationships and being together and all of that. So check us out. Please do like, share, subscribe, comment. Check out my website. And I think that's everything. I'm out of here. I love you so much. Thanks for being here. Peace.